Hey, I was just talking to somebody that I know earlier this morning, and he got on the subject in Skype, by the way, and he got on the subject. He wants to, hey, can I ask you a question? Now, I'm not quoting him verbatim, but I said, yeah, why not? Why not? And he said, why is it the news in your country is so messed up? Basically, I said, what do you mean? And he says, it's just, he says, anything coming out of Fox and your news channels over there, do you ever watch that? And I had to admit to him, no, I don't. I said, I usually get my news off the internet and I usually get it from different sources. So I said, but I hear a lot about Fox News not being exactly reputable in other international terms, and I hear it talked very badly about by foreigners that I know that they talk about Fox and they go, oh, that really sucks. He was serious. And I said, well, it's changed over the years. And I remembered when he was bringing this subject up about, when we had different broadcasting techniques for the news, like guys in front of the desk and he'd sit there and he'd read the news. And I remember it being in black and white before they invented color. Of course, realizing that until color came along, we were all black and white. Nobody remembers that day they made the switch over, but it sure happened on television. And, then all of a sudden things start to change when color came in. Everybody was starting, and the video came in and all the special effects and all that. But in a lot of foreign countries, they still don't broadcast the way we do in my country, I've been told. It's more show, more, gee whiz, like you may as well be watching a reality show from what I understand from this guy. So I'm asking you, what's going on with the news, dudes? How come this guy who's talking to me in another country tells me that American news sucks? He says the way they broadcast the news, he says you don't know if they're lying or like they're embedded, they're being told by your government. Now, this guy, he's not a paranoid guy, but he's an older guy like I am. And he says, I remember the news in your country used to be entirely different. And he says, I said, well, that generation I grew up with, they're all gone now. They're very retired and very old, are very dead, guys like Walter Cronkite, Dan Rather, all those other guys, like 60 Minutes guys. I used to love 60 Minutes, and things like that. But, what I'm trying to say is that apparently some people I've talked to, and this is more than one source actually, have told me that the news reporting in the U.S.A. is mostly rather untrustworthy by some of the people I've talked to in Skype in the international sense from different countries. They'd rather hear the news from other countries other than the U.S.A. And this is something that is a question within my mind as to where I'm hearing this from people that are not in my country. I'm beginning to wonder what the news, I don't watch the news from the USA, and I'm from there. I watch it on the internet, and I pick it up and I find sources and I read about it that way. The news industry is like any other product. It's like going out and deciding, what kind of hamburger you're going to buy, what kind of shoes you're going to wear, what kind of deodorant you're going to buy, what kind of Charmin or whatever toilet paper you're going to buy, even if they have that anymore. In other words, the news industry in our country, like many countries I'm sure, is a product. It's like buying something off the shelf in a supermarket. The trouble is apparently, from what I'm gathering from some of these people, they don't want to shop there to get their news. They wind up going to other sources within and without, out of their country internationally, which they're capable of doing now. But the one news source that they always question and really don't trust or believe in, everybody I've talked to in other countries, is the U.S.A. Now, it's had that reputation from these people that I'm talking to that you can't trust the news that's coming out of the USA, because it depends on who. I mean, just they say they'd rather watch it somewhere else. Now, what does that tell you? What does that tell me? I'm just putting it up before the crowd. In other words, do you believe that stuff that you hear from the USA or do you not? And maybe we need to take a serious look at who's talking and what people are saying and who to believe. Yeah, catch you later.